Yeah, we back. Now today's gonna be a quick video, man. We're gonna talk about rapper Meek Mill. Essentially says it's time for black people worldwide to come together. It's time to unite. Listen, it's time to really get it popping, man. If you've been following my channel, you know I've been covering a lot of influential members of the diaspora coming back, connecting with the continent, right? And Meek Mill was one of the first that I covered. He was up in Ghana riding bikes with the street dudes, and then he met up with the president and the president's daughter in the same 48-hour period. Man, listen, it was out of a movie, man, so I had to cover it, especially due to the fact that we had people spreading certain false narratives and propagandas saying Meek lost his phone, he got his phone robbed in Ghana. And in fact, Meek actually came out and said that he actually dropped his phone. He lost his phone while popping wheelies on the dirt bike, and the government actually got his phone back. I don't know how, man. Listen, the intelligence services that the government, hey, man, I don't know, man. Listen, ask the president how he did it. But anyways, they located Meek's phone, gave it back to him. Now, shortly after Meek left, Meek took to social media and he said this: Africa is the biggest continent in the world. We need to get together. As you can see, that tweet got damn near 5 million views, almost 10,000 retweets, almost 2,000 people replied in the quote tweets, and 75,000 likes. So as you can see, man, a lot of people agree, regardless of whatever detractors that may be out in the wind. A lot of us are on the same page and we understand what needs to be done. And he actually said in the next tweet, he said, I'm coming to Nigeria next. And that tweet got almost 7 million views, 9,000 retweets, almost 2,000 responses in the quote tweets, and 85,000 likes. Now, listen, man, I think that Nigeria got an election coming up, man. Meek might not understand how, things go in black nations, man. But during election season, it's not the time to be popping up and, popping in for vacation, man. Let them decide who's going to lead the transition of power. And then after that, we can plan your vacations, man. Listen, it's turbulent times during election season in African nations, Caribbean nations. It is what it is, bro. We only come during peacetime, Let them decide who's going to be the next president, the next vice president, and then we pop up, man. Then we pop up, Listen, they got to tell Meek this. Meek got to know these things, I understand this was his first time on the continent, so he's just excited. I know what it's like, bro. You visit your first country, then we're like, man, we gotta go to this country, then we gotta go to that, man. Next thing you know, you want to see the whole continent. I understand, bro. But listen, we gotta move with prudence. We gotta move with circumspection. You know what I mean? And in fact, what I didn't know, as you can see, the footage that I got up on the screen, Meek Mill actually shot a video at the presidential villa in Ghana. Oh my God, bro. Listen, listen, video of the year already. Give him the Grammy. Give him the award, man. Ain't nobody got what, bro. You dudes be shooting videos in front of the KFC. Y'all be shooting videos in random alleys in a random stairwell. Meek went to the presidential villa in Ghana, met the president, then shot a video with the president's daughter and the mayor. Bro, stop it. He killed it. He killed the game. Meek shut the game down. I'm sorry. Listen, y'all gotta step y'all game up. Y'all can't be shooting music videos anymore standing in front of your homeboy's car. Y'all gotta step it up, man. Y'all can't be just shooting videos in front of the corner store. Nah, man, nah. The next rapper that come to Africa gotta shoot a video in a private jet with Paul Kagame. Listen, you gotta outdo Meek. You can't just let Meek just come through, shut the game down like that. No, man, no. But man, it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. And of course I agree with Meek. That's all I preach on my channel. And I come after anybody who comes against that. Especially, you already know, man, especially Tariq Nasheed. I gotta keep my foot planted firmly on his neck, man, because everything that he represents is the opposite of what we promote on this channel, right? On this channel, you know what we about, man. And if you notice a pattern, you see that successful black men who are accomplished in their field, men who have went out into the world and really accomplished something, you see the type of mindset that they have. You see the commonalities that they share. You see that they have an international mindset, a global mindset, a mindset geared towards cooperation, especially amongst their brothers, right? Because once you reach a certain vantage point in life, you realize it's bigger than just me, right? It's bigger than just me and my immediate family, right? It's about my people all over the world, right? We got to make sure it can't just be me that's good, right? I don't want to be the only one that's comfortable. You want to share in that with your people all over the world, right? So that's usually what happens. And it's not even something that's exclusive to black men. You see that successful men of all backgrounds, you see that their mentality is geared towards the international, the global. They want to travel, do business in different locations. They might not want to stay in the same place all their life. They might want to spread their wings. And I know it's not the same for those who may live in the Caribbean or on the continent because you're already accustomed to it. But for those of us who were born and raised in the diaspora, meaning that in the West, right? Those of us who may have been born in the United States, Canada, Europe, whatever, grew up there. Even myself, I spent a lot of my formative years in Haiti, but a lot of my main bulk of my life was really in the northeastern United States, in that tri-state area. So when we go back, right? When we go to the continent, when we go to the Caribbean, right? And we see that these are nations run by black men, right? We among our people, it's a different feeling. And I know for those of you you who already lived there, grew up there, it's nothing. It's like second nature. You were born and raised there. It's not significant to you. But for us, man, when we come back, when we touch the soil, man, we get excited. That's why you see Meek. Meek's like, man, I want to go to Nigeria next. Next thing you know, he's going to want to go to Senegal, Sierra Leone. Next thing you know, he's going to want to hit South Africa with the Zulus, then go to Kenya with the Kikuyus. You know, it's just, he's excited. You know, he grew up in North Philly, man. Like I said, even when he met the president of Ghana, he said American politicians, American officials, they don't speak to us. So for the fact that the president of Ghana took time out his day, he was just excited to see a black man in a position of power up in his villa, up in the palace. Meek was just excited to see that. And that's why in another post, I believe on his Instagram, he said, man, the first stop when he expands his business international, the first place he's setting up shop is right in Ghana. And I also want to give a big shout out to the Ghanaians for leading the way, because they got it popping with the year of return a few years ago, I believe back in 2019. And up until now, they've continued to lead the way in terms of opening doors for the diaspora, especially with coordinating with Chance the Rapper and throwing the first ever Black Star Line Festival, which was a success with over 52,000 people in attendance. So this can serve as a model of success to copy for other nations all throughout the continent, because all it's about, man, all it's about is cooperation. We can both benefit economically. The diaspora has a lot that they want to contribute, not only just in music, right, but we have a lot of doctors, lawyers, those who work in construction, those who work in science, those who work in business, all types of entrepreneurship, real estate, investing. We have a lot to offer, and the continent has a lot to offer as well. It's a mutual thing. Just like I said in my video regarding Chance the Rapper's Black Star Line Festival, you saw how the artists, the creatives, the performers, the producers, they came together. They are all in a specific field working together in a similar line of work. Those of us in a similar line of work, we can do the same thing that the artists and the musicians did. If you're in real estate, man, connect with those on the continent, get it popping in real estate. If you are a businessman, an investor, man, get it popping, start projects on the continent. If you are in the field of science and medicine, you already know our people around the world, they are in need of that expertise. They are in need of that knowledge, right? But also the infrastructure has to be there on the continent as well. So it's a two-way street back and forth. We each have something to contribute to the table. And guess what? Once we do that, once we come together, we are all going to benefit equally. And guess what? Our descendants are going to come back, look in the history books, and they're going to thank us. They're going to thank that generation that grabbed the torch and really made it pop. The ones that took a look into the future and really built for the future, right? You're going to be looked at as an honored and venerated ancestor. That's really what it's about. That really should be the goal. Apart from anything, apart from being rich, apart from being successful on earth, the real goal should be to become a venerated and respected ancestor that is looked upon for strength and guidance by your descendants. That's what it's about, man. That's what I'm trying to be, man. Apart from anything that I can gather materially on earth, that's what I want to be, man. That's what I want to be, because that's how you live forever. That is how you live forever. So yeah, big shout out to Meek. It's your boy Neferkari Desalegn back in the building. Yes, indeed. Like, share, subscribe, Cash App in the description. Support the platform. Support the platform. Peace.
Reincarnated, I'm back in original fashion. I left on a horse and came back in that ass, and I left with abundance and came back to famine. We used to be pyramids, now we be rapping. Look how the mighty have fallen. Used to be running, now we be walking. When you be cooning, that's when they applauded. Selling your soul, your sons and your daughter. Gotta come up in this shit, they stuck in the mix. Really, my heart it be breaking. That's why I'm stacking that paper and handle my business. Pass it down in generation. Talking about money and power and building a nation. That's a deadly combination. Never be watching the TV, they pushing agendas, falsifying information. Know they got malice intentions. Step in the room and I'm feeling the tension. Enemy watching, he blocking my vision. Paying for the check cause I need my redemption. Building my kingdom, I need it protected. Ready for war like a young Money Congo. Never decided the team is the motto. Up in the crib and I'm whipping up waffles. Up in the crib and I'm smoking gelato. I'm chilling, I'm taking my pain and make it ambition. I'm blessed by the gods, but I ain't religious. I came for the power, they came for the bitch. They making no hourly wage, I got business. This shit is an art and they could never be taught. Selling my soul, I can never be bought. Play with my money, I see you ain't caught. Run to the check and I do it for sport. Babylon falling, I go to the source. Packing my luggage and go overseas. Shorty be with me and she so at least. Shorty be chocolate, I'm calling her Hershey. Secret intelligence probably gon' murk me. Don't fuck with brands cause nigga I'm Haitian. Say the wrong shit and you're smacking their faces.